Hello, football fans. You are all welcome to Football Extra Site. Today we are going to be talking about few of the news that came out from the attack regarding Chelsea Football Club, and we are also going to be touching on some other issues that bothers players from other clubs as well. Well, for all our followers and supporters on this channel, please fasten your seatbelt and stay relaxed because we have a lot of issues to run through. This is going to be a short video. We are going to be posting two more videos before the day runs out. So let us start from here. According to what we are hearing in the news this morning, this was reported by Matt Law. Matt Law, for some of our followers on this channel, is is a British reporter that writes for the Telegraph and seems to have a lot of connection within Chelsea setup establishment, and typically get most of his stories. He gets most of his story correctly. So if he's saying something about Chelsea, I cannot vouch for him talking about other clubs. But when he's saying something about Chelsea and even Aston Villa, because he's a fan of Aston Villa, you can pay attention to it. So this is what he's saying this morning. Everton manager David Moyes is a fan of Chelsea pair Kenny Chukwuemeka and Ben Chilwell, who could both leave Stamford Bridge on loan this month. So let's break this down. Currently, Chelsea have a player that is on their book with Everton, and if these two players should go to Everton to on loan first of all, and they perform very well, which will open door to the possibility of permanent move there. And they can use that. The two players can use that as a platform to confirm the suspicion that they are actually good players, which works both way for both clubs. Maybe they elevate Everton get into a good sport into Europe or stay in Premier League in a very good strong stand. Well, they can use that platform to move to another club. And if it doesn't pan out that way, they can also still stay in the same club and make Everton a very solid Premier League club. So this is a very good development. I think it's a good one. It could work, and let's look forward to how this is going to pan out. Because for these two players, good players they are. Both of them are injury prone. Chukwuemeka, we don't know so much about, but we've seen a glimpse of what he can do. But for Chilwell, he is a good player, top class player, playing from the left side of the field, a left back player, and yeah, let's see how this is going to pan out. In another development, there is this that came out not too long ago when it was posted, and quite a lot of people are talking about it. And when that came out and our channel picked it up, we just simply put a message out there saying that next time any Chelsea fan sees this line of thought, please skip it. Don't take it seriously. And this is what we found over the time. This kind of news has been coming again and again to Chelsea environment, and we are simply just saying don't go there because it does not make sense. And we're going to show you what Matt Law had to say about it in a bit. We're going to show you what Matt Law had to say about it. This is what Matt Law had to say about it, and this is just a few moments ago that he is talking about the same story. And as you can see, it's being told that there is no negotiation for Karim Adeyemi for January or summer. Obviously, Chelsea have a list of forward and wingers that they've made contact with, including Matisse Tel there, and Karim Adeyemi is not currently one of them. Is not currently one of them. So this is a briefing coming from Chelsea, because this journalist, this source, this news from some of their contacts within the club, and this is what the club is telling Matt Lord to put out there as the authentic story about this. So Chelsea fan, in case you're getting a little riled with the story of Karim Adeyemi, please don't believe that. Sometimes agents they do that just to make noise about their player. And if you look at this player, maybe the agent think that his contract should be renewed, and they have to make a little bit of noise just so it gets some people within Dortmund setup riled up, and to bring them into a table for negotiation. So some of these things can actually happen. So, but one thing that is for a fact is that Chelsea is not interested in Karim Adeyemi. In a different development away from Chelsea, wow, this is interesting. I remember when this player was doing very well in Bundesliga, and everybody in Europe seems like, oh, who's gonna sign this player? Kolo Muani, Kolo Muani, Kolo Muani. I like his age profile. I like his style of play. He's a good player, and I thought that Chelsea would have looked in the direct direction of a player like this. It's not too different from Jackson. It's just that he's more clinical, I guess. And some of the chances that is being created in Chelsea, if it comes this way, it probably will pull those balls in the back of the net. But the update right now is that all the documents are all clear, ready. It's ready to sign for Juventus, and this is a low move from all indication from PSG to Juventus, and his salary is going to be covered 100%, and typically there's going to be a loan fee as well paid to PSG for this deal. And I don't know how they work it out, but from business point of view, if it's transfer fee on the book of PSG, it's like maybe £5 million, €5 million per annum, for PSG to break even or to make something on it, they can ask for the same amount as loan fee. So sometimes they calculate it like that. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, but from all indication, PSG is going to get something for this player, and his salary for the next 6 months is going to be off their book. So this is a good deal for Juventus. So at this point, we're just going to talk a little bit more about this next story, and this next story has to do with Chelsea striker situation. Quite a lot of Chelsea fans are not holding back on the situation of striker position with Chelsea. Chelsea at the moment right now have only one striker to call upon, to really depend upon, and that is in the person of Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson is the only player Chelsea could call on, and if you ask, in our opinion in this channel, Nicholas Jackson is not doing badly at all. The only challenge is that Chelsea is a big team with big expectations that are at a stage in the football pyramid in all of Europe, in the whole of England, English Premier League, that it is not an experiment ground. It is a place where you play for laurels, there are levels to maintain, and all of that. And so Chelsea fans are used to that. And what they are seeing recently is different from what used to be. So as is right now, the team is struggling from getting goals, and that has made the result in the past 5 games to be so poor. In the past 5 Premier League games, they've lost 2, they've, they've drawn 3, meaning that they lost 6 clear points plus another 6 clear points. That's 12 points that they have lost. And now they are currently outside of the UEFA Champions League position qualification spot. This Chelsea fan here made a compelling argument, and if you go over to his Andu and listen to some of the things he has to say, it makes a lot of sense that in the past Chelsea has really not been shy of splashing the cash to sign players that are really matter in good position. For example, we spent £100 million plus on Enzo Fernandez. We spent another £15 million on Caicedo. In those two instances, the Chelsea's hands were twisted. I can admit to that, but at least they show intent by going above board to sign those players. And in the position where they need another player the most, they need to go out there and splash the cash and get the player. But if you ask me, putting 120 million or 130 million pounds on Isaac would be too much. You know, it's just reckless. If you ask me, they cannot spend more than 70% of that, even 60%. If you ask me, on Victor Osimhen, and they will get the result they're looking for. This club is already talking to Victor Osimhen in the summer. They push the argument to a logical conclusion. From what we've had from Mikel Obi, it was that there wasn't just enough time to push the deal over the line. And if they really were a serious set of people, the conversation should be going in the background to say, okay, we didn't have enough time to get this over the line in the summer. We're coming back in the winter. As soon as winter knocks in, this deal should have been done. Osimhen should be this should be a deal that should have been done. Chelsea should not be wasting time on whether they're going to sign that striker or something is going to happen. They should have brought Osimhen in and at the same time get a lot of people out of the club just so they balance the financial side of the equation and even the squad as well. With what they have, if they bring in a player in the stature of Osimhen, then they are ready for the qualifier to go all the way to what they are looking for. This is what most of the fans are talking about this money. Look at, that's another list there that Chelsea fans are talking about. They need the club to come up with a striker that can get the deal done for them. Well, we're going to stop this at this point. We're going to be bringing more content. We just want to quickly highlight what some of Chelsea fans are saying out there, and we also pitching what we think this team should be doing. Until we see you in the next one, thank you for stopping by. Cheers.